Hello everyone. So today I'm going to give you a quick introduction to Apache Kafka architecture. Apache Kafka is an distributed event streaming platform. So in nutshell, there is going to be a publisher that is going to publish the message onto Kafka, and there is going to be a consumer that is going to subscribe and consume the message from Apache Kafka. So let's begin. So what is topic? Topic is a place where events or messages are organized and durably stored. Let's consider a topic name is test. Topic is distributed across partitions. So over here we are having three partitions, that is partition 0, partition 1 and partition 2. All the partitions are going to have an offset. It is just like an index position. So as you can see in partition 0 we have offset 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. The messages in the partition are always going to be ordered, which means when the first message comes, it will go to the offset position 0, the next will go to 1, 2, 3 and so on. The messages partition are immutable, which means once the message is inserted in an partition, it cannot be modified. Also, once the message comes to the topic, it can go to any partition in a round robin fashion, except if message is having the key. In that case, messages with the same key will go to the same partition. Next concept is replication factor. It is generally suggested to have replication factor of 2 to 3. In our case, we are having replication factor as 2, which means there is going to be one leader and one in-sync replica. The leader is responsible to get the data and synchronize it with the in-sync replica. Let's take an example over here. We are having three brokers, that is broker 1, broker 2, broker 3. Broker is a server where the topics are stored. So let's take an example over here. So for partition 0, broker 1 is the leader and broker 2 is the in-sync replica. For partition 1, broker 3 is the leader and broker 1 is the in-sync replica. So you can see the leader and the in-sync replica for the partition is never on the same broker. And that is how it should be. You should never have a leader and in-sync replica for a particular partition on the same broker. Let's consider that you are having the leader for partition 0 and in-sync replica for partition 0 on the same broker, that is broker 1. And if broker 1 goes down, you lose entire partition, that is you lose the entire partition 0, because both your leader and in-sync replica were on the same broker. That is why you should never have a leader and in-sync replica for a particular partition on the same broker. All this broker, that is broker 1, 2, 3 is part of an Kafka cluster. Next is Zookeeper. Zookeeper manages the broker. It also performs the leader election. So let's take an example. Consider the broker 1 over here goes down, which means the leader for partition 0 is no longer available. So what Zookeeper is going to do is Zookeeper will elect some other broker as the leader for the partition 0. Zookeeper sends the notification to the Kafka whenever a topic is created or deleted, or whenever the new broker is created or existing broker goes down. Next is Producer. Producer publishes the message to a topic. Producer can choose to receive acknowledgement. So if x is equal to 0, producer won't wait for acknowledgement. It is just going to publish the message onto the topic and it will never wait for the acknowledgement. If x is equal to 1, producer will wait for leader acknowledgement. So let's take an example over here. Producer publishes the message to the topic. That message goes to partition 0. The leader for partition 0 is broker 1. So the green color over here symbolizes that leader has received the message and it has given the acknowledgement. That is what x is equal to 1 is. Next is x is equal to all, that is leader plus replica's acknowledgement. So let's take an example. Producer publishes the message to the topic. The message goes to partition 0. The leader for partition 0 is broker 1. The green color over here symbolizes that it has received the message and it has given the acknowledgement. But as you can see, we also need replica's acknowledgement. So now the leader is going to perform the synchronization of the data with in-sync replica. So the in-sync replica for the partition 0 is on broker 2. So again, the green color here over here symbolizes that in-sync replica has received the message and it has given the acknowledgement. That is what X is equal to all is, that is leader plus replica's acknowledgement. Next is consumer. Consumer subscribes to the topic, so it can consume the message from the topic. We are having 3 consumer over here in a consumer group, which is exactly same as the number of partitions. This is done so that we can scale the data consumption from the topic and also the load can be shared. Consumer committing the offset is very important process. Kafka stores the offset read by consumer group in a topic called as _consumer_offsets. So let's take an example. Suppose a consumer has read the messages until the offset 5 and it has also committed until offset 5, after which a consumer from that consumer group goes down. Now Kafka remembers that for this particular consumer group, last committed offset was 5. So next time it is going to deliver the message from offset 6. For this, consumer delivery semantics is very important. First is at most once. That is, the message is delivered maximum only once and offsets are committed as soon as the message is received. So there is a possibility of message being lost. So the flow over here is the consumer consumes the message. As soon as it receives the message, it is going to commit the offset before even completing the processing. So let's take an example. So there is a consumer. That consumer has consumed the message until offset 5. It has received the message until offset 5. It has committed the offset until 5 as soon as it has received the message. And it has also successfully completed the processing. So there is no issue until offset 5. Now at offset 6, when the message is delivered and the consumer has consumed the message, it has committed the offset as 6, but the processing is not completed. Processing fails and that consumer goes down. Now next time Kafka remembers that for this particular consumer group, the last committed offset was 6. So it is going to deliver the message from offset 7. So as you can see over here, the message at offset 6 has been lost. Next is at least once. Message is delivered at least once. Offsets are committed after the message is being processed. So if there is any error in processing, messages will be read again. And idempotent processing is mandatory over here. Idempotent processing is basically if there is a duplicate message that comes in, and if there is a duplicate processing that happens, there should not be any impact on your system. So the flow over here is consumer consumes the message, it processes the message, and then it commits the offset. So let's take an example. So in our example, consumer is going to consume the message, it is going to process it, and it is going to commit the offset only after 5 messages. So now from offset 1 to 5, consumer has consumed the message, it has received the message, it has done the processing, and then it has committed the offset until 5. Now from message 6, it has consumed the message, it has completed the processing only until offset 9. For 10th offset, it has consumed the message, but the processing fails and that consumer goes down. Now Kafka remembers that for this particular consumer group, the last committed offset was 5. So it is again going to deliver the message from offset 6. So that is, there will be a duplicate messages, so there will be duplicate processing. So the system should be idempotent. That is, even if there are duplicate messages and the processing is duplicate, there is no impact on your system. Next is exactly once. The message is delivered only once, and this is very complicated. So idempotency and atomicity is needed over here, and it is possible only through the Streams API in Apache Kafka. So from these 3, exactly once is the best, but it is very complicated and it can be only achieved using Streams API in Apache Kafka. At least once is preferred, but you have to make sure that your system is idempotent. That is, even if the duplicate processing of the messages happen, there is no impact on your system. And at most once should be avoided, as the message can be lost. So this was a basic introduction on Apache Kafka architecture.